Welcome to Fastang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I have La Casa Solarega set as my player's house, and I started recording this right as I make my way over to the greenhouse area. This was my first game of the day, and I always will start the first game of the day in the greenhouse area. And I unfortunately did not know I wasn't recording beyond the first minute in the last minute of this game. So what happened is I found a lower level drop. I wound up engaging in 2 head-to-heads. It's a game that got a little bit away from me, and there were vehicles that were in higher level vehicles that were just picking everyone off, so I had to try and avoid them and just make the final showdown, which I did. It wound up being, I took a level 4 Mitsubishi Lancer just before the final showdown, right around the crop circle. And this is Arena 16. That is typically where I would leave. I am not. I am around that crop circle, directed north. And I will try to influence the finish north and exit near that crop circle. And I was successful, actually. So here is that last minute of the game. You can see there are only 3 drivers left in this final showdown, and I will get on this road and start making my way over towards the finish. You can see one vehicle over on the mini map there on the right in the train they are going through on that line. They will not be able to catch me. And on a good note, this wasn't really a very exciting game. Influenced finishes typically aren't that exciting, and I'm not in a level 10, I'm not in a high level vehicle, I am just in a level 4. But on a good note, this was win 2,898. Yes.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
As you can imagine, I was a bit shocked that I wasn't recording, but also relieved it was not when 2,900. And after fixing the problem of why I wasn't recording, I played some more games, and in this game I am back in the greenhouse area. This is south of Horizon Street Scene, east of Teotihuacan, and I am directed southeast. There potentially could be a drop behind me I would hear, one on my left I would see, or one between the tiles ahead. As this game was starting, I thought I might have seen a drop between the tiles over on the other side of the greenhouses. Wasn't 100% sure, but I will move over there. In worst case scenario, I go on a car drop search. Potentially there could be many drops in this area. That's one reason why I do like starting in the greenhouse area. The game starts, there isn't a drop here, so I'm looking all around and not seeing a drop just yet. I open up the map and I see I'm actually not very far outside of the next arena, so I have some time to drive around and possibly find a drop. I see one off in the distance over towards Teotihuacan. Let's see if I can get to this drop before someone else does. I do see someone on the mini map over here. Just take that drop Possibly, I believe they did, so I will just continue over this direction. I can see here is a vehicle already engaged in a head-to-head. Looks like they are in a Nissan Tsuru. I actually do not like engaging in head-to-heads in a level 1. I find it a waste of time. You would have to go through 9 head-to-heads to get into a level 10 if you do not take a drop and all you do is engage in head-to-heads. And there are times I will engage in a head-to-head right at the start. If there's someone near me going towards a drop and I can't get it, so they can't get it and then engage in a head-to-head with me, I will engage in a head-to-head with them. So that might have been the case with them. So let's do this danger sign jump that's in free roam and look around. I see a drop that is up on the suspension bridge. And it looks like that's located outside of the next arena. So I'll just head over this direction towards Uxmal. Sometimes there are some drops over here. I actually found level 10s over here. Away from the progression of the game, away from all of the other drivers. And I am not seeing one just yet. I thought I saw one just around. Here it is, yes. Alright, not the level 10 I would like to see, but a level 2 Peugeot. Take it. It's a little faster than the level 1 Nissan Tsuru. Over this direction. This is actually where I would start the game during my live stream, and I see a vehicle over there. They very well may be on the suspension bridge getting that drop up there. So, thought about just coming over here and waiting for the arena to shrink and then see if a higher level drop appears. And this vehicle is on the mini-map. I'm watching them closely. Not sure. It looks like the final arena might be somewhere around maybe a leg. Checking to make sure I'm recording after that little problem I had earlier. Alright, there is a drop over here on the left. What is this? This is a level 2 Porsche. I decide not to take it and then head over to this vehicle and engage in a head-to-head with them. They're heading over to that drop. This is not typical of what I would do. Normally I like to get into a mid-level drop before I start engaging in head-to-heads. You see a drop along the way. I hope this isn't a high-level drop. Alright, good. It's another level 2 Porsche 911 Carrera. Let's just get over and complete this head-to-head and get into a level 3. Quite possibly, and I actually found sometimes when I engage in a head-to-head like this, I will go by a drop that is that mid-level drop I'd like to get into, and then I can just go back and get it. I've actually found high-level drops like that. What is this on the left? This is the level 2 Porsche Carrera 911. So alright, here's a level 5 Porsche 911. There's some drops over in New Leg. This finishes in New Leg Hills. this drop, see what this is. Alright, I won't take the level 3. I will just park under this, decline the level 3, and take the Maserati Levante. Great, that worked out well. And you can see it's the wet season. There's a vehicle right here. Let's engage in a head-to-head with them. They are in a level 6 aerial nomad, and the finish heads over roughly the direction of the aerodrome. And that is usually typical of it being Final Arena 14 or 15, one of the two arenas that is south of Muleg. So I will go on this road that's at an angle here towards this finish. I'm looking for a line of trees just beyond this line of trees here. Here's that line of trees. There's a dirt road that leads over to this finish. Fortunately, I just grazed that tree and didn't flip over and reset. Get over to this finish here and get into a level 6. There's down to 17 drivers left, so this game is progressing and getting away from me a little bit here. Alright, I am going to take the level 6 Exocet. Even though the Aerial Nomad has a higher top speed, this is a better vehicle for the terrain in the head-to-heads in this area. Accelerates quickly, and I open up the map here. I can see it will be Final Arena 14. The aerodrome is outside of the current and future arena walls, and the arena wall touches to the south, so it definitely will be Final Arena 14. So I thought about just waiting for someone to come towards me that completes a head-to-head, and then I decided, you know what, I could potentially go up against a higher level vehicle that is actively engaging in head-to-head, so cancel that. Let's head away from the progression of the game, around the perimeter of the next arena. See if I can catch someone around the perimeter, possibly in a lower level vehicle that I can eliminate, or of course find a higher level drop. What is this? Porsche Carrera 911 game? I think that's the 4th one I've seen. What's this? Chola, I considered it, but it is terrible in the trees, and here's this BMW that was going to that drop, so I am roughly going the direction of the finish, or I am going to the direction of the finish. I'm not sure what they were doing back there. Maybe they did not know they were in a head-to-head. I do have a horn set as a camera shutter. It's a very quiet sounding horn, and that's by design, that they are not alerted that I am honking my horn, and there is a delay before they realize they are in a head-to-head. I actually recommend you do the same. Very loud horn. Yes, it's more entertaining, but this is a better strategy in my opinion. Alright, I will take the level 7 Ford Bronco. Head away from the progression of the game again. Over on the south side of the reservoir. Let's take a peek at this drop here. Okay, it's not a Porsche 911. It's a level 3 Hyundai Veloster. What is this here? Level 2 Peugeot. So I will just sit here See if I can't be a car drop sniper. And here's someone coming right towards me. I did not have to wait very long. Let's wait until they get a little closer. Here we go. They are in a level 8 Camaro. So I will follow this road. When I see the switchback, I will angle to the right here, avoiding these trees, and then get over on the road and just beyond this intersection where the road bends to the left is the line I want to take. Remember those trees I mentioned where there is the path that is just beyond it over to the finish. Similar finish point of that other head ahead that I was in. Alright, will offer me a level 8. Let's see what is offered. Alright, definitely take the Nissan GTR. You can see the top speed is more of a level 10 speed vehicle. So we're down to 5 drivers left. I am content to use this in the final showdown and not risk going up against that Hoonigan RS200 or whatever other vehicles that may be faster that are remaining in this game. Now 4 drivers left. So I will start getting in position for the final showdown. Someone just got into a Camaro. And watch this. I will zero in on this. These vehicles are engaged in a late head-to-head that they will not be able to complete and go off to the right there into the trees and will put themselves out of position. That's actually very common in this area, that people engage in late head-to-heads and put themselves out of position. So I will just go over near this electrical power tower is the point I like to leave from.
Get ready for the final showdown!
Right here, and I will direct myself angled north. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 14. The range of time to leave is 15 to 18 seconds. I will leave it 17 seconds. You can see the other 3 drivers off to the left. It appears as though they will be caught out of position, so I have an advantage here, timing my exit with speed at 2 seconds. I will angle over to the right of the electrical power tower and follow this road. You can see the buildings on the left I avoid, and there are the solar panels on the right. I'll angle slightly over to the left. Finishes on the east side of the mountain, and look at this road configuration that's ahead. You see how it's roughly shaped like a bird? I know I can go through the neck. The lava field is off to the right, and the wings of the bird there. So you can see a bit of the lava field off to the right. I avoid on this line. A bit that I need to go through here. Just follow this line over towards the finish. Isn't even another driver on the mini-map, so as long as I don't do anything crazy here, I'll be able to win this. Let's just get through the trees, slow down enough where I can navigate them and not run into a tree. See if I can get a clean run through here, which I will. All right. Win 2,899. Yes.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers.